Hi students, I'm Teacher Fu from Kangaroo Study. Today we are going to talk about before-after problem in Primary 4 SA2 questions. Here's the question. Charlie had twice as marbles as Sally. After Sally lost 45 marbles, Charlie had 5 times as many marbles as Sally. How many marbles did Charlie have? We have a few information here. How can we represent this information in an interesting way? We can draw a bar model. Now we have a before and after situation. That means we can have two different models. Which way do we start drawing with? Let me give you a hint. We always try with the smallest and least units. Why? Because after you set 1 for the smallest, for the others, you're going to draw more units. So it's going to be very convenient to start with the smallest and least units. Let's compare Charlie, Sally. Who has less units of marbles? In the beginning, we can see Sally has less marbles, and also after Sally has less marbles. In which situation does Sally have the least marbles? It is the after situation. So let's start with Sally in the after situation. We said Sally's having 1 unit. So Charlie have 5 times as many marbles, 5 units for Charlie. This is the after situation. So we go backwards. Sally lost 45 marbles. Before that, she still had it. And we remind ourselves that in the beginning, Charlie had twice. So we draw a line to show Sally's amount, including 45, is half of Charlie's marbles. So how many units of marbles did Sally have before? Simple calculation, right? It is 5 divided by 2. You get 2.5 units. Now we have a decimal unit. Is it convenient for calculation? Of course not. We always want a whole number unit for convenient calculation. So we want a whole number unit instead. How can we get a whole number unit for Sally's marbles? Suppose we are trying to get half from Charlie's 5 units. So let's try another way of doing it. Instead of cutting right in between 5 units, let's cut for each unit into half. So how many units does Charlie have now? It is 10 units. Don't forget to do the same for Sally. So cut that 1 unit into 2. Alright, so let's try again. How many units of marbles did Sally have in the before situation? It is 5 units. Okay, now we have a whole number unit now. We can go on to make more comparisons. So we can see that the 45 can be aligned with certain number of units. Now, how many units represent the 45 lost marbles? It is 3 units. So we have a relationship between number of units and number of marbles. We can now write it down. 3 units representing 45 marbles. And how many marbles are there in 1 unit? We simply divide by 3. And we are interested to find Charlie's number of marbles. So Charlie had 10 units. So it is 10 multiplied by 15. We get 150 marbles. So Charlie had 150 marbles. Problem solved. So we always want to wrap up and reflect to see what we can learn and apply further in the future. So a summary, in a before-after problem, always draw a bar model. And how do you decide which one to start first? Is it the before or after? It depends on who has the smallest and least units. So remember, always start with the one having smallest and least units. Okay, that's what we can learn from the question. Now, here's a bonus question for you. I leave it for you to try. Now, if you have learned something and you want to share what you have learned, feel free to comment below in the comment section. And if you have any questions or you want to learn more from me, you can scan the QR code to contact me on the left or watch more videos by following our YouTube channel on the right QR code. Thank you, and I'll see you again.